My name is Paul Mullins, and I have had the great good fortune to have directed many plays at Portland Stage over the last almost 20 years. And for more than half of those plays, I have been lucky enough to work with the great Maureen Butler. And my story is about Maureen.
A new century from Adam's rib to a mathematic.
Old Testament.
Exactly. Oh, it's nice to have you here, Margot. Why, it seems like...
In 2011, we worked on a play called The Center of Gravity by Gregory Hischak, which is a play about the Wright brothers, and Maureen played their mother. The incredible set by Anita Stewart featured a great ramp that ran from upstage right down to midstage left and resembled the wing of a biplane. Maureen hated the ramp. It was a little treacherous, but Maureen found it impossible and steeled herself every time she had to get out on it. On opening night, Matt Harrington, who was playing Orville Wright, had just finished a scene with his wife. She has exited stage left, and from upstage right on the dreaded ramp came Maureen Butler. She gave the first line for this scene, a scene that actually takes place about a half hour later. And Matt Harrington turned and looked at her as if to say, "What?" Maureen looked at Matt, realizing that she should be seeing Matt and his brother, played by Chris Kelly, but Chris wasn't there, and that meant something may be wrong here. And then she looked out at the audience and said, "I'll be right back," and she exited the stage. Matt looked off in the direction that she had gone and gave a wistful "Mother?" To no avail. Maureen did not come back. At this point, we hear a little bit of a kerfuffle backstage as the assistant stage manager runs over to Maureen as she descends the exit stairs from the dreaded ramp and said, "You gotta go back out there, you gotta go back out there." And Maureen looks at her calmly and says, "No, it's not my scene." And they said, yes, it is. Maureen walks right on by her. In the meantime, Matt Harrington on stage realizes he's got to do something, so he looks toward the lobby, up the aisle, from where his brother will come for the next scene, and yells, "Wilbur! Wilbur!" Now, Chris will enter from the lobby, but he's not there now. He's backstage or somewhere, but Matt just keeps yelling. And then we suddenly hear running steps through the hall, across the lobby, and boom, through the doors comes Wilbur Wright to set everything back on its rightful course. The ship is righted, all's well with the world, and the play goes on. And most people who were there that night had no idea that anything was up. It was just one more peculiar, interesting scene in the life of Wilbur, Orville, and their mother. But for most of us, it was a moment we will never forget, and we have never let Maureen forget. I'll be right back.
Mild exaggeration. A lie! In theory, truth. I mean, a lie is just a truth that can't be proven empirically.
I didn't raise my boys to succumb to broken necks. Margot!